It's not a tough stand. I said, like we said probably in the rest of that interview, we said we'd never close the door to him, but we wouldn't want him back now because we're so used to being in Westlife without him. You know, we've done 3 concert tours with Brian and 3 without him. This is our 3rd without him. So it's like it's a long time ago in our minds when he left. It's you know, it's only 2.5, 3 years ago, but it is a long time in our minds without somebody. When you get used to being in a band with 4 people as friends now, we're a lot more kind of serious, if you like, with the job in hand in the future. We think there's a longer future without Brian. Why that is, we don't know exactly, but it's just the way we feel as people. We're closer friends as a band now because we had to become closer after Brian left. You know, just to kind of stick through it was a hard time when Brian left. We didn't know where our future was. But you know, it's nearly 3 years ago now, so we're obviously doing something right, and we're going to keep it going, you know. But it'd be like getting bringing another person into a band, you know, that you're not used to, because we're not used to Brian anymore. Brian's a totally different person now with his own life. But we're still very good friends with him. Like, we meet up with him every time he came out to my birthday there a few weeks ago in London and stuff. So we're very close to him. But he doesn't want to be back in the band either, you know, and we know that. So it's not something that we'll ever have to consider realistically.
Yeah,
we've just finished it. We just finished it 2 weeks ago. So it's coming out in November.
Could you tell us more about the new album?
It's basically a love album. It's called The Love Album, and it's all love songs. It's like a tribute album of love songs. Basically all famous love songs from the 80s. Songs that we loved, songs that our managers loved. Just great ballads. You know, some of them are more rocky than others. We're doing songs like Chicago, Hard For Me To Say I'm Sorry, and Total Eclipse of the Heart. What else are we doing?
You Light Up My Life.
You Light Up My Life by Debbie Boone. Doing a duet with Lionel Richie, Easy. So they're all famous enough love songs. So it's something that we want to do, you know. There's so many songs we've always wanted to do, so we thought, why not put it as an actual full album of songs that we want to do in a tribute album, rather than have maybe 1 or 2 on the album or whatever that we like. Do a full album of it. You know, because they're all hits, but they're all songs that we're always singing when we're not on stage. They're songs that we're singing in cars or in the shower maybe or whatever. So now we're getting to finally sing them.
Have you guys ever thought about acting?
Not really, personally, me. Well, you know, I wouldn't say no to it, but it's not something that I've really ever done. I don't think I'd be good at it.
Well, if you guys could, who would be your leading ladies?
Leading ladies?
Berry.
That was easy.
Charlize Theron.
There's loads though.
Have you seen enough?
I haven't seen enough of it, but I think it's a very clean city. It's a very cool city. It's probably one of the cleanest, I would say.
Yeah, I don't think I could live in a
not in the city.
I've lived in the city too much all my life so far. You know, we were brought up by the sea, and me, Shane, and Mark were brought up by the sea, and I've become very fond of being by the sea. So I don't think I could live in a city environment full time for the rest of my life. I reckon I'd go off again.
I'd like to visit it.
Yeah.
I'd like to live out near a golf course somewhere out in the outskirts of the city.
So you guys have done jazz already. Would you be exploring any other genres like maybe punk or rock?
No.
I think the Rat Pack thing was, you know, as much as it was a very different era, it's not too far away from what we are as far as music is concerned. You know, there's some great up tempos and great ballads from the Rat Pack era, and you know, they kind of suited us. We did that originally we did it as an experiment. You know, we went into the studio, recorded like 2 or 3 songs, and when we heard the result of them 2 or 3 songs, that's when the whole kind of idea for a full album came out. But you know, we don't. I think even after doing the Rat Pack album, we don't want to be anything else but a pop band. You know, like we prefer singing the pop songs. You know, I don't think we do another Rat Pack album, or you know, we prefer singing pop songs that suit what we are and suit Westlife, not necessarily trying to be a different type of act. You know.
So you're comfortable with your own kind of music right now?
Yeah, we're comfortable with ballads and with like songs that feel like they're Westlife songs.
Favorite song? I have 2 probably. I Love You Raise Me Up.
Yeah.
It's probably our most successful single out of all our singles. worldwide. It's been a huge success. I love What Makes a Man as well.
I think it's quite difficult to pick one or two. You know, I mean, when you
just did it.
I know, but when you actually start thinking about all the other songs as well,
Give it up.
like Unbreakable was an amazing song. Flying Without Wings, Swear It Again. You know, there's so many great songs there. And because we sing them all the time as well, you know, like on concerts and stuff like that, you kind of forget how good of a song it is because you become so used to the song. So it's difficult to say, really.
In saying that though, they're more excited, but they don't see Westlife as much as the fans in Europe do. You know, we do a concert tour usually every year in the UK and Ireland. And obviously Asia's a lot further away and it's a lot more complicated to get here, time-wise and stuff like that. So, you know, we don't do it as often. So I suppose that's probably enhancing the fact of excitement. But, you know, maybe in general, I think the first time we were here, they were very excited. And the second time we came a year later, they were very excited. So I think they're just very excited in general. You know, so they're definitely more upfront and more straight in your face, you know, with cameras and do anything to get a picture, you know, in England it might be ring on the finger, you know. But, I know they're fine, you know. They're just excited. I think more than
It's great though. We really like it.
It is good, you know. It is good to experience it because like it's not something that you know you grew up wanting to be in a pop group like this, and you expect you know you'd love to get that kind of attention, and you know we've gotten it for 8 years now, so it's great to have it still because it shows that people are still you know like in Westlife.